Hey, it's Jodie Clark, and you're watching Jodie Clark TV, the place to be to get the mind, body, and life you love. Today, I want to talk to you about depression and weight gain. While we all feel sad, moody, or low from time to time, some people experience these feelings intensely for long periods of times, like weeks, months, or even years, and sometimes without any apparent reason. Some people can pull themselves out of the mood, while others feel like it will never pass and nothing they do seems to help, or they often do not even feel like being happy. Depression is more than just a low mood. It is a serious illness that has an impact on both physical and mental health. So what are the signs and symptoms? Depression affects how people feel about themselves, and when we're struggling with it, weight gain or unable to lose weight, it may make us feel worse, helpless, or hopeless. Life seems overwhelming and it feels easier to hide away at home. You may lose interest in work, people, or yourself, hobbies, and doing things you normally enjoy. You may lack energy, feel tired all the time, have difficulty sleeping, or sleep more than usual. Some people feel irritable, and some may find it hard to concentrate or focus on any task. Depression makes life more difficult to manage, and from day to day, and all the little things that don't bother us most, it seems like it's too huge and unmanageable, let alone creating new healthy habits around food and exercise. So, what causes depression? While the exact cause of depression isn't known, a number of things can be associated with its development. Generally, long-term depression does not result from a single event, but from a combination of recent events and other longer-term and personal factors. We are often not shown or given tools to cope with the ups and downs of life, and events can pile up on top of each other, creating an overwhelming feeling of hopelessness. So let's go through the six most common factors rather. So number one is life's up and down. So research suggests that continuing difficulties, long-term poverty or unemployment, living in an abusive or uncaring relationship, long-term isolation or loneliness, trauma in childhood or adulthood, prolonged exposure to stress at work or at home are more likely to cause depression than recent life stresses. However, recent events such as losing a job or a loss of a loved one or a combination of events can trigger depression in people that are already at risk because of past bad experiences or personal factors. Those that have suffered difficult childhood experience such as abuse, neglect, or bullying may also be at risk later on in life if the trauma of these events goes untreated. Number two is personal factors. Can also factor in with family history. So depression can run in families, and some people will be at a increased genetic risk. Some of the depressive behavior is learnt from a parent or at an early age. Also, if a parent suffers depression, they may find it difficult then to teach a child the life skills or coping skills when they do not know how to themselves. Emotional eating may also come from learnt behavior if a parent used food as a coping strategy. However, this doesn't mean that a person will automatically experience depression or these habits if a parent or a close relative has the illness. Life circumstances and other personal factors are still likely to have an important influence. Number three, personality. Some people may be at more risk of depression because of their personality, particularly if they have a tendency to worry a lot, are perfectionists, or have low self-esteem, are sensitive to personal criticism or self-critical and negative self-talk. Number four, addiction. Food, gambling, drugs, alcohol use can both or all cause or be a result from depression. Many people with depression also have addiction problems. Over 500,000 Australians will experience depression and substance use disorder at the same time, at some point in their lives. Number 5, poor diet. There is strong evidence to suggest that those with a poor diet or lack of nutrients and low antioxidant levels are also at risk of depression. The sugar and other chemical ingredients used in highly processed foods can temporarily increase stimulation in the body and mind, giving you a false sense of happiness that may lead to overeating, binging, and emotional eating. These same foods may then leave you feeling slow, lethargic, lazy, and sluggish, leading to inaction and feelings of guilt, self-loathing, and depression. Number 6, brain changes. What happens in the brain to cause depression is not fully understood. Evidence suggests it may be related to changes in the levels or activity of certain chemicals, particularly serotonin and dopamine, which are the two main chemicals related to mood, motivation, and carry messages within the brain. Changes to stress hormone levels have also been found in people with depression. Research suggests that behavior can affect the chemistry. For example, long-term stress may cause changes in the brain that can lead to depression. Changes in the brain chemistry have been more commonly associated with severe depression rather than a mild or moderate depression. Everyone is different, and it's often a combination of factors that we can contribute to a person's developing depression. It's important to note that you can always identify the cause of depression and change difficult circumstances. The most important thing is to recognize the sign and symptoms and seek help. Always consult your doctor if you're having difficulties or notice the signs of stress, anxiety, and depression. So what can you do now about your depression? Apart from seeking professional advice from your GP, there are things that you can do to help you manage your depression. When depressed, your brain may be lighting up the neuropathways to negative thoughts and behaviors. You may not even be aware of the behavior. It may be on autopilot, driven by habits and your subconscious. So I've listed my 9 quick tips and tools to help you identify, repair, and manage signs and symptoms of depression. Number 1, be aware. Take notice of your thoughts and actions. What are you saying to yourself on a daily basis? What is your self-talk? 95% of what we told ourselves yesterday, we'll tell ourselves today, and we'll tell ourselves tomorrow. So what messages are you telling yourself? Number 2, use the elastic band technique to snap you out of those negative thoughts. Ask yourself, what would I say to others? What I say to myself? Would I say that? If not, then don't do it. Treat yourself as if you would others, and respect and be kind to yourself. You'll find all the details on the elastic band technique, plus much more in my free ebook, How to Be Your Own Biggest Fan, Train Your Brain to Feel Rockstar Confident. I'll include the link below the video. Number 3, goals. Give yourself a strong purpose. Write a list of everything that you want to achieve, then make a plan of how you're going to get there. Pick one thing at a time and go for it. Review your goal daily. Write it up on a big piece of paper, add pictures and color, and stick it up where you can see it. This will help you focus on the positives in your life now and in the future. Number 4, don't try to make all your changes at once. Take baby steps. Try something simple as drinking more water each day, or once you've mastered that, then add another healthy habit. Go as fast or as slow as you need, but always try to move forward, little piece by piece. Number 5, use the power of your own mind to get what you want. You will get what you tell your mind always. So instead of telling it what you don't want, tell it what you do want. Your subconscious mind doesn't know what's real or what's not. It doesn't know past, present, or future. It only knows what you tell it. So even if you don't feel it or believe it, that it's possible, it doesn't matter. Keep telling your mind all the positive things that you want, and it will go about getting it for you. Number 6, healthy diet. Care for yourself as you would others. Feed your body, fuel it with healthy food, and enjoy those foods that keep you well and healthy on the inside, and you will be well and healthy on the outside. Instead of focusing on a diet for weight loss, start looking at food as fuel for the body and the mind, and taking note of your moods and feelings and what you are eating to see if there are any patterns to be aware of. Number 7, move. Move the body. Get those endorphins pumping. When you're feeling down, the last thing you want to do is get up and go for a walk. But changing the patterns in your behavior will help change the patterns in your mind. Do this each and every time you feel down, and the mind will turn it into a habit, and it will become second nature or autopilot response. So whenever you feel down, your mind will go into autopilot response, and its response will be to go for a walk when you're feeling down, not eat or indulge in negative thoughts and feelings. Number 8, download the ebook on how to be your own biggest fan. Retrain your brain to feel rock star confident. The ebook is free resource for all jodiclark.com.au subscribers, and it gives you tools, tips and resources mentioned today and loads more to feel confident, change your negative thought patterns, improve your mind health, and take charge of your own thoughts, feelings and behaviors. Now, I have a question for you. Which one of these suggestions will you action today, and why? Tell me your answer in the comments section below. I personally read and answer every comment, and I'd love to hear how you're taking action today. As usual, all the fun conversations happen after the episode at jodiclark.com.au, so head on over and leave a comment now. Don't forget to sign up for email love for tips and tricks I only share on email. Do you like this video? Then subscribe to my channel, and I would be so grateful if you shared it with all your friends. And if you want even more incredible resources to create the mind, body and life you love, plus some personal insights from me that I only talk about on email, head on over to jodiclark.com.au and make sure you sign up for email updates. Remember, it doesn't take willpower or the right genes to succeed. You just need to choose, because the only person that can make it happen is you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on Jody Clark TV.